All right. Looks like we got a couple people here. Got just about a minute before we get started. I want to say welcome to all of you for joining us tonight on our Thursday night webinar. We're going to share with you why you're in the right place at the right time to really make things happen as a home entrepreneur. Wait and see who else we got joining with us here tonight. And we are going to get started here in just a minute. Whoops. Almost hit the wrong button. Didn't want to do that. All right, so what we're going to do here, we got a couple people joining us. I'm going to wait just a minute longer, and then we're going to dive into our screen share and get started. I can see you, Johanna, and I see you, Lois. It really is a blessing and an honor to see y'all here. We're going to share some awesome information with you tonight. You are in the right place at the right time, and you'll definitely understand why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our screen share, and oh good, all the things are there that I want. We're going to dive right into what this is all about tonight. First thing I want to do is I want to welcome you to our Edge to Earning with Project Healthy Wealth. Project Healthy Wealth is basically my personal brand as an online business coach. I got so excited about a company known as Common Sense that I decided to shut down all my other avenues of earning with to focus all my efforts on helping as many people as I can with the most simple, profitable home business system I've ever seen in 27 years in this industry. Common Sense is a 1-year-old global debt-free company approaching the masses with affordable monthly solutions, a proven phone app system with both weekly and monthly compensation. I want you to ask yourself this question: how would it feel to create a part-time income over $1,000 in less than 30 days? Allow us the time to share with you how it's already been done on our team and how you can do the same thing. Let's examine some clues from proven success of being in the correct place at the right time. In 2008, the housing crash wiped out historic avenues of wealth. At the same time, created historic avenues of wealth. Home business required less overhead to operate, could provide solutions to the masses for profit with referral business marketing on a global scale. Maybe you've heard of network marketing. I was going to show you a book, but I can't find. Here it is. Maybe you read this book, Go Pro by Eric Worre. Okay, it was huge. The purchasing power behind all of this was the boomers and the Xers, 134 million person spending power. That was huge. The monthly solutions that created fortunes had an average cost of $150 to $300 a month just to qualify for full earning potential. Now, the startup cost, the average was $600 to $1,800 just to get your foot in the door of home business. The attrition rate, meaning 10 people signed up in your business this month, 3 months from now, 9 of them have quit. And business to public retail was often frowned upon in the network marketing industry. And with all that in play, still, there were more people who achieved financial independence as home entrepreneurs with no prior experience than ever before in history. Folks, success leaves clues. And there's a proven formula to success. Famous billionaire W. Clement Stone once said that if you could take a product that many people use, improve it by making it better and charge less money for it, well, then you're guaranteed success. Look at the historic proof of the first to the market landline with this telephone with monthly long distance, and then fortunes were created with that. The smartphone come out with unlimited long distance for $50 instead of $300 to $700 to $1,000 in long distance bills. And that was a third of the price. It birthed even higher fortunes for even more people as the second to market solution. At 1/3 the price, it birthed major fortunes for a lot of people. So I want you to think about that. Take the most powerful formulas that have been known to create companies from zero to $1 billion, and realize that a lot of those formulas are no longer being used today because they found ways to cut costs by changing that formula. So if you took the original formula that proved the success, improved those formulas to where they were better, charge less money for them, and pay out more to the distribution force, folks, the potential today to create historic wealth on the everyday, in demand, monthly solutions for the masses is huge. And why would that be? Here's why. Let's take a look at our pandemic marketing position. Okay, the combination of the Generation Z and the millennials, who were not even a purchasing power in 2008, today totals 273 million people of purchasing power. That's over double what it was in 2008. Startup cost with our common sense opportunity, it's risk free, money back guarantee in your first 30 days on the $199 pack. Our most expensive pack to get started is a $499 pack. And what the company pays out on that is $100. Now, for somebody that has the courage to get started with the $499 pack, that would like to enjoy 10 different products with a 30-day supply for that price, the company's going to give them an added bonus if they get 3 in their first month at that same price of $499 of 100 each. So that means you could earn $600 in your first week just by bringing 3 people into your business at the $499 pack that you got started with. And think about this, the monthly startup or the monthly operating expense, the auto ship, it's less than $75 a month, whether you choose one product. From one product, all of them. We've got 10 products under $75 a month with a money back guarantee if you're not satisfied. So that's an awesome spot to be as an entrepreneur. Now, I want you to think about this. A credit card payment on a $499 investment is less than $60 a month. That's not bad overhead to earn with nowadays. You'd spend more than $60 a week in gas if you went out and got a new job. Total that up to $240 for just a month in gas. So when you've got an option online that allows you to start a business and have a $60 a month payment on a credit card to finance $499, that's definitely a home business with an edge because the masses can afford it. Think about this. With the power of social networks to provide the perfect online hub to connect with perfect potential clients for what you have to offer based on what they've posted and what's in their profiles. You connect with them in the chat boxes and ask them questions that get them to tell their story. In their story, you're going to understand if they want to feel better or make more money. And we got the solutions for both. So think about where that puts you today. Okay. Business to retail is encouraged here with common sense and well rewarded with programs even in place for brick and mortar retail businesses to add our products to their shelves. It's not frowned upon. I want you to think about this because an existing business today can hang a sign in their business as a member of common sense. And that sign can say independent weekly pay, help wanted, text, show me the video at XYZ phone number. And that sign, as they do that, will automatically go to your phone app as a common sense distributor. And when you get that, you can select a video out of the phone app and send to them that shows them the solution to making extra money or feeling better. And if they choose to purchase that solution, you get paid for that month after month, year after year that they reorder it. How powerful is that? Now, doesn't it make sense to be able to create more income streams on the real estate that you're already investing to, whether you're renting or leasing the real estate or purchasing to own? The more that you can make from the real estate that you have, the better business you have. So why not add something to what you have that could add to the bottom line. That's the whole idea. And that's the beauty about what we have. And with our common sense products, every one of them is an affordable product that's got a transfer spending advantage. What do I mean by that? Well, let's talk about our coffee, for instance. If you go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee, we've got a special weight loss coffee that absolutely tastes delicious, that actually builds muscle at the same time it burns fat into energy. It's also a mood enhancer to make you feel better and not feel depressed. Who doesn't need that today? And at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, the average order is over $5 a cup. So when you have a healthy coffee for less than $2 a cup with no side effects, that transfer spending, it saves you money, provides you something healthier, and it gives you more energy and better quality than what you were purchasing before. You kind of want to repeat that process over and over again, keep more money in the pocket by being a customer. We have 10 different products, whether they spend money to get better sleep at night. Some spend money because they want to lose weight naturally. Some spend money because they want energy. Some spend money because they want to get out of chronic pain. Some spend money because they want to reduce their anxiety. So when we have those kind of solutions at less than $2 a day that are side effect free, and you can't even turn on a television set during prime time without seeing advertisements for the latest and greatest thing to make you feel better, that's chock full of side effects that often include fatalities. Why not enjoy the benefits of what we have at Common Sense? With these affordable transfer spending advantages, you are here first. Now, if you're anything like I was, something has to change in life. And some people have student loan garnishments, others back child support. So if they're garnished by 50%, which there are people that have this problem, even IRS garnishments, there's millions of people that suffer from this. I want you to recognize that two 40-hour-a-week minimum wage jobs totaling 80 hours per week. Let's not leave out the tax by 30%. This leaves a person less than $500 a month to live on that's working two full-time jobs. You can't pay the rent, pay car insurance, buy groceries, that alone, even consider medical on that kind of money. There's only so much time you can trade for dollars, and there's millions of people in that rut that need a way out of it. And what I'm showing you here tonight is a process that's helped many to that kind of success. So my personal hurdle, folks, was back child support. A job just wouldn't have the ability to pay the streams of income on revenue generated from online marketing over time, with the potential to multiply those profits. We have that here with Common Sense. You see, a job's only got so many hours that can be traded for dollars in that program. It's just not enough to cover living expenses. Folks, millions, I mean, millions are in that same position today. Another group of millions of Americans today between the ages of 63 and 65 who've dedicated a lifetime to a company, about to retire, only to have the company find an excuse to terminate them so they don't have to pay their pension. Now they've lost it all. There's several people who have turned to home entrepreneurship and on a daily discipline of an hour to 2 hours a day for 1 to 2 years have replaced what took them a lifetime to earn with a job that'll bring them even more than what their pensions would have. And that's the solution that you're looking at here today. There's 20 million people today, according to most press, that are on unemployment needing another income source. So what I want to share with you is some results over Hive. Look at this wood pile. This is a picture of my wood pile of firewood. And I had to split that with the mole you see sitting up there. When I split it, it looked like that. And then I had to load it into the woodshed like that. That's exercise. It's very hard, physical, demanding work. You wouldn't think a guy that does that kind of work just to keep warm in the wintertime would be this fat. Look how fat I was. This is what I look like before Common Sense products. Now I'm excited about what we have, especially with our CS Java Sense, the world's best fat metabolizing, muscle building, mood enhancing coffee. But I also took other products that Common Sense has to offer that gave my cells the individual amount of nutrition that they need to do what they're supposed to do naturally, to get rid of free radicals, eliminate inflammation, which helped to reduce a lot of major pain in my life. What else happened? After 90 days on these Common Sense products, I was 20 pounds lighter. My blood pressure went from high to normal. My cholesterol went from over 700 to under 300. And being 20 pounds lighter, I could go tie my work boots in the morning without losing my breath. And I kind of like that. But to share with you what I'm most excited about, I was in a very busy position when I seen the Common Sense opportunity. Okay. So, what do I mean by busy? I own my own company, Home Project Service, Lawn Care, and Property Management of Troy, Montana. Now, I'm working 12 to 16-hour days, 6 days a week, taking care of my clients. And there's only so many hours in each day where I can serve other people for money. I knew there had to be another way to bring an additional income stream to what I was doing so I could get out of that rut where I owed so much back child support with garnishments and stuff that I was facing. That no matter how much work I did, I was always behind. So by being so busy that I had only 12 to 16-hour days, 6 days a week, I could have used the excuse, I don't have time. I own a business. I don't have time to figure out one of them computer businesses or smartphone things. No, thank you. Instead, I said, hey, I realize there's only so much time I can trade for dollars. If there's a way I could work an extra 5 to 7 hours a week practicing simple skill sets, utilizing my smartphone and my home computer, and I can create an additional even $500 a month, that would help me to make house payments and car payments and get a little bit ahead, which would make a huge difference in my life. My first month in the business, what I was able to do, simply sharing solutions with other people, was rank events. Here's a post from my friend Eddie Freeman in our Common Sense Destined to Soar Facebook group. Congratulations, Earl Teets. Not only did he rank up to bronze, but he also enrolled someone, Johanna Baker, and helped her get to bronze. She enrolled another lady named Barbara Williams, who saw 5 people that wanted to get started at that $4.99 pack and did that in her first week. So Johanna, myself, and Barbara, all 3 made over $500 in bonus money on our part-time efforts. I share this with you folks, not to brag, but to show you duplication of earning with a proven system that's very simple. Now let me teach you why we have an advantage at Common Sense that most network marketing companies don't have. Remember, I talked about that attrition level? It made building a network marketing business look like this picture of this bucket with the water going out, because you got more people coming out of your business than you got going into your business. And it just seems like you could never fill that thing up. There's a reason that happens with the majority of the companies that are out there. And I'm going to share the 4 top key reasons to why that is and why we don't have that with our Common Sense opportunity. The 4 keys to attrition that most endure are: number 1, you've probably seen a business opportunity that you could start for free or for 20 bucks or less. And then once you spent your money to get in, they tell you, for those that are serious, that want to invest into the Grand Poobah pack and upgrade for thousands of dollars, we have this special pack for you. What does that do to the longevity of your business? First of all, in order to hang with the classes, you have to be able to cater to the masses. When you look at what the experts are saying about Americans today in 2021, 75% of our population is a $600 to $1,000 emergency away from complete financial wipeout. So if you want to cater to the masses, you better have something that costs less than that $600. Our most expensive pack is only $4.99, meaning there's affordability there. So when you have the upgrade for the serious to the thousands of dollars, you're taking yourself out of the ability to cater to the masses, to hang with the classes, and you just won't create a lot of duplication, which is the key to your success in this industry. The second thing that you see is dead leg positioning. You may have heard of a binary compensation plan with network marketing companies. You could have a whole bunch of volume down one leg and a complete dead leg. And there's always a spot where you don't get paid on the volume that's in that one dead leg. So what happens when you put somebody that you care about in that dead spot because it needs to be filled? You feel kind of guilty. You get this awful feeling in your stomach, and it's just not fun. You know, they're going to have to work 10 times harder than anybody else to even come close to what everybody else is earning. What does this do to you in your heart? Well, it destroys your belief level in your subconscious mind. And once you hit the point to where you no longer believe in what it is that you practice, there's a negative energy about you that other people see, and it repels people from you instead of drawing people to you. The third thing that you see is a reverse production compensation plan. This is where the compensation plan's put together to pay out the best bonus money to somebody who comes in who already has a big team. Why would that be done? Well, as a network marketing profession, if you're starting out on day one, if you got one person that can bring their whole team to your company, they bring a team of thousands of people in their first 30 days in. Not everybody else can do that. But because they did this great accomplishment and accomplished all this volume, they went from 0 to 10,000 a month, and they are now the company story of how you could go out and earn $10,000 in your first month. Just sign up for this company today now. Does it happen for anybody else? The small guy that comes in without a team doesn't have the ability to climb to $10,000 a month, no matter how hard they try. So I want you to think about that. When that is how the compensation plan is structured, the owner of the company benefits when he brings that big leader in that's got all those people underneath him and pays them the bonus money for hitting that. But the little people, they can't usually grow to that extent. They can't duplicate that action. So you kind of understand what happens when you get stuck with a reverse production compensation. The fourth thing that we run into, we kind of mentioned earlier, the qualifications of auto ship. Most of them start at 160 and tell you if you really want to benefit, you need to sign your spouse up too and pay $300 a month just to qualify for the commissions. Now, according to the Direct Sales Association, 90% of auto ships, 150 a month, stop by the 90th day because they can't afford to keep going. So what if they ask you to do your spouse too, and that's $300 a month times 3 months? That's $900 you got into it with a very poor return on your investment. It takes away your belief level, takes away your affordability factor to cater to the masses, to hang with the classes, and it ruins your own personal attitude and your subconscious mind for success. So folks, with our Project Healthy Wealth, we chose our common sense path to security for home business because it does not practice these hype-filled smoking mirror tactics to compensation. It really is a blessing to help others turn their dreams into reality, risk-free, with a proven method of operation. 1 year in motion, debt-free, and a global track record. Having an affordable path to home entrepreneurship, it's an edge that we can definitely enjoy today. So, what does this mean? This means the overview part of our presentation is here, okay? Your turn is here. If you're on this video from myself, my business cards, text message, and you're somebody I personally am talking to, send me a message right now so you can show me the video. I'll demonstrate our phone now. If one of our guests is using this webinar right now that's invited you here, this is when you text, show me the video to them, and they will send you a video out of our Go Recruit phone app that does the explaining, so we don't have to do the selling. And as you select the solution that's best for you, compensation is created. Talk about simplicity. It's time for you to enjoy a proven path with the potential to create historic results. Folks, entrepreneurship is not a free lunch. However, when it's properly prepared, you'll never enjoy better. It's our honor to help you turn your dreams into reality here. What you've seen is our results over hype. Now, there's no guarantees of earning. Results vary on an individual, consistent participation and profiting actions of business daily. Now, folks, in life, we can make results or we can make excuses. Our team, we like to make results, as you can see, and you're never alone here. There's a lot of us here to help you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my screen share on this part of our presentation, and we're going to go into another screen share. And I'm going to dive right into some major training that will help you. Now, we're only going to do this tonight on this Thursday night training. After that, I'm just going to do the overviews every Thursday night. But this is the first blitz after the election's over with. There's no more excuses. We are going to make things happen. And I'm going to show you some things right now that have made people millions of dollars in our industry. Jan Wims, it's awesome to see you here. She's had the privilege to work with that famous billionaire, W. Clement Stone, that I mentioned earlier. She's a real winner on our team and another one of us success coaches that's here to help you achieve. So we got a lot going on here. So let me dive into our screen shares again. We're going to go to a different presentation that I put together for our training. We're going to dive into that. And I got to get all the way to the top of it. And we're going to look at a proven cycle to 7 figures, okay? Why we do what we do is the first fundamental, and the answer is never to make more money. I promise you this. Why do you want to make extra money with your own business? Well, I just need to make some extra money. So what does that tell you? As soon as any challenge comes up, okay, I'm going to accept the challenge and I'm going to give up on my goals. I'm just telling you like it is. When you understand why you do what you do and you recognize the process that you're taking as an entrepreneur, you are going to make yourself unstoppable. Often people get lost in this very first step of the why, and it's not their fault. They're taught in regular school up to 12th grade to focus on the problem. When folks, entrepreneurship demonstrates solution focus. I want you to understand that 90% of America's wealth is held by just 3% of its population. That is important for you to understand because, folks, those 3%, they're entrepreneurs. They're not employees. School embraces a thought process of seeing the problem to look out for. As you focus on this problem-driven energy is search for the most. It becomes the result. When you're faced with an opportunity, the first most dominant thought in an employee's mind is to see why it will not work and what the obstacle is that's standing in the way. You need to recognize entrepreneurship is a focus on the solution provided when daily actions are completed. It's a total different process. So what I've learned over the years is to ask questions that really create what you want in your heart. Because here's the thing, folks, when you can help somebody get to where they want to go faster than the direction they're going, you don't have to convince them. There's no way you can stop them. And you need to understand that. And that's what we're going to train you here with a simple question. If you did what you've done for the last 5 years, over the next 5 years, would you be able to make your dreams become a reality and have a debt-free lifestyle? I want you to think about that question, because as an employee, 99% of the time, the answer will be no. There's only so much time I can trade for dollars, and only so many times I can get a raise, if it's even in the picture. So you can ask another question. Now, if you saw this path that had already been proven by others with less than what you have now, who made a commitment to a set of actions about an hour to 2 hours daily over the next 5 years, and it didn't break any laws or bring any dishonor in the process. And the results from this were you were debt-free with a residual income for life from the work that you accomplished. Could I stop you from taking that path? You see, I can't. If I actually show you that path, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop you from it. So, how would your life look to you from that day forward? How would that feel? I ask you these questions because it's important. If you can picture this in your mind, how it would look to be completely debt-free from that day forward, how would it feel if money was no longer, your time was no longer needed for the production of your money? When you recognize how that would feel, how that would look from one day to the next, once you accomplish that, I want to say, welcome to your why. This needs to be something that you can close your eyes and picture before you take any action in your business at all. I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you can envision in your subconscious mind what your heart truly desires, you're going to create an energy around you that's going to draw people to you instead of repel them from you. I want you to recognize that, because as you become result focused instead of problem focused, the energy you display to others that you cannot see, it will draw others to desire the solution that you're speaking of. So without a clear understanding of your why, all your focus will be on is what they might find wrong that takes their interest away. And that will become the energy most felt, like an invisible kick to the face, swiping the motivation out of the entire process. You don't want to have that. So you always want to understand, what is your why? Is it strong enough that when you envision it, that you can feel those emotions so strong that it almost brings tears to your eyes? As you recognize that why, you use that as your motivation. Let me share an example with you. If I just practice the right habits daily, 1 to 2 hours a day, over the next 5 days a week, taking the weekends off for the next 2 years, I could pay my house off. So when I recognize that that's my potential as an entrepreneur who's doing nothing more than sharing solutions to problems that people face with people that have mentioned that they have a problem, there's a lot of joy in that process. It's not that hard to get excited to practice those daily habits. So what are the proven daily habits that have taken people to 7 figures? This is where our daily action plan comes into habit. We're going to develop 3 skill sets with what we practice daily. The first thing that we're going to do is generate 3 leads per day. I know my mentor, Eddie Freeman, teaches 2. My friend Jesus Christ behind me there, he says to go the extra mile. So I'm saying 3. All right, generate 3 leads a day. Where are we going to find the leads? From the people that we know, from social networks, from referrals, from people we encounter daily, and from people responding to advertising. Now, today, you can advertise in Facebook groups, you can advertise in LinkedIn groups pertaining to what your products represent, and you can have people respond to those ads, and it don't cost you any money to put those ads in those places. A little different than the old school newspaper ads, radio ads, and television ads that we used to use years ago when I got into this industry. But still, these are the basic places we're going to look for people. What we need to understand is it's the same process no matter what we're practicing. We're going to ask questions to learn the story of our prospect. When they want to feel better or make extra money or both in their story, as we hear this, we can simply say, I'm so glad you shared that information with me about needing more sleep or wanting more energy or needing to lose weight or would like to reduce anxiety, side effect free, or I would like to have a coffee that helps me to lose weight naturally, or I'd like to have a way to reduce my pain levels with no side effects and not have to trade a body organ in the process. Guess what? With common sense, we have all of those kind of solutions. And of course, there's the one solution that millions of people need right now, and that's more money at the end of the month, right? So there's always something to help somebody with. When you master the art of generating 3 leads a day, adding 3 people to your list, or adding them to your Go Recruit app, now you can follow up with them. The second thing that we're going to do on a daily routine is we're going to schedule a solution presentation. You might call this an overview, a Zoom presentation. Show the plan. What you're doing is showing your opportunity presentation, however you want to title it. How are we going to get to that point with our prospects? There's a proven path that's been taught year after year and worked like clockwork. I've learned it over 10 years ago from my mentor, Eddie Freeman. It's helped over 32 people make $1 million in this industry, okay? And we call them our 4 C's. The first one is A. We're going to compliment them on something that we hear in their story, whether we're talking to them in person, over the phone, in a Facebook chat, or a LinkedIn chat, however we're doing it. We're going to see something in their profile on LinkedIn or Facebook that we can give them a sincere compliment about, or something that they posted. I'm so glad that you posted that today. I needed a little pick me up, and your positive attitude was really a blessing to my day. Thank you very much. And then move on, watch them respond back. As they respond back, hey, I see you're on LinkedIn. What do you do? It's a natural question. They don't always, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn, what they're posting and what they actually do are usually different. So it's interesting to hear what they say. Oh, wow, what was it that prompted you to choose that? Now they're telling you their story. Is that fulfilling for you during this COVID time? Uh-oh. No, it's not. So if I could show you a video that's got solutions, I'm so glad you shared that information with me. See, compliment. Now we're going to create a desire for them to want to know more. I'm so glad you shared that information with me about what you'd like to accomplish, because there's people just like you accomplishing that. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get you a video where you can see how that's taken place. What's the best number I can text that video to? You're entering them in your Go Recruit app. You're going to select the video that fits their personality the most. And now, what are you going to do? You're going to control the time they look at it, because professionals work by appointment. So you're going to control a scheduled time for viewing of the video or the Zoom webinar presentation, whatever you want to call it. When do you, the scheduled time for viewing? would A or B time be better? Always giving them option to choose from. When they do choose the first option out of A or B option, recognize they're a little more excited than what you're expecting. The odds are a lot more into your favor when they pick A out of A or B time. Just a little hint, okay? Uh, the fourth C is clarify the commitment of the schedule. So if I understand what you're saying correctly, 7 o'clock tonight is when you got 30 minutes in front of your computer with no interruptions or your smartphone. Is that correct? Yes, great. I'm going to make sure that you got the link to get to the Zoom. I'm going to make sure I got that video sent to you at that specific time. And then the third thing that we do on a daily basis is what? Simple. We're going to add volume to our business. Now, the first 12 times that we do this with our common sense business, we do it in a form of a three-way call with our success coach. And there's many success coaches on this team. Myself, Jan Wims, Johanna Baker, Patty Saporano, Eddie Freeman, Joe Melling, Richard O'Brien. Wow, that takes you all the way up to the owners from me. And we're all a team of skilled individuals that have been in this industry long enough to know how to smack it out of the park, working with you each step of the way. Now, as you practice this properly and do 12 three-way calls, you learn how to book the next meeting. What do I mean by that? By enrolling them as a customer, a builder, or both. No matter what you do in your common sense business, the purpose of every encounter in your business is to book the next step of action every single time. So if I'm signing them up as a customer, I'm so glad that I'm able to share with you how to become a customer. What I want to do is I want to invite you to our Monday night webinar that the owner puts on to share some testimonies of how people are seeing results with these products, so you can see that you're not alone through that process. Let me go ahead and give you the link so you can see when that is. If they're coming on as a business builder, I'm so glad you got started. Thursday night, Earl's putting on a presentation that you can invite 5 guests to. Now imagine those 5 guests getting started at the $4.99 pack. Spend less than a half an hour of your time on that webinar. All 5 of them get started. You have the chance to make $500 in fast start money. And then on the 10th of next month, they're going to pay an additional $500 in fast start money. So you'd make over $1,000 on that one night where you only had a half an hour to put into your business. Who can repeat that process that's busy? Anybody that wants it bad enough. So I want you to think of that. The purpose of every encounter in your business is to book the next step of action every single time. In the old days, 27 years ago, we called this follow up and follow through, and that's where the money's at. Now, here's the next most crucial step that 90% of the people in this industry miss out on, and that is to measure your first quarter results, your first 12 weeks in business. 90% of the people that start a home business, they don't make it this far. Why? Because they're sold a kit rather than taught the process that I'm showing you. And when you understand what the process is that makes your job easier and your production smoother, you're not afraid to do it. You're excited to practice it. And that makes a whole different energy force around you that puts the law of attraction in your favor instead of against you. So you're 12 weeks after you've been in the business, you're going to measure your first quarter results. How many leads did you average daily for generating leads? How many people did you put in your Go Recruit app per day? How many daily appointments for a business presentation? We call it a Zoom or in person or however. How many daily appointments did you set for them to see the business presentation? How many customers did you enroll from that? How many builders joined the team? And how many training events did you attend that were available to you that were put on? Sometimes you can see that you missed a whole bunch of training events, and maybe the next 12 weeks, You can improve your business by attending the training events. You can always see where you can improve on what you've done. So that brings us to the next 12 weeks. What are we going to do? We're going to implement another 12-week work quarter of improved daily actions. We learned from the first work quarter how we could do better. Now, what are we doing? We're stepping in to week number 13 with an extreme confidence now in our heart from knowing what we practice daily is a simple process that works, that anyone can do who has a desire for more out of life. Your higher excitement and less fear attitude from achieving results from your first work quarter are now what draws a higher caliber of energy type people to you. As a result of the combined work habits from your team and yourself, momentum becomes the result for growth in your business because you remain consistent daily, a minimum of 5 days a week out of each and every week. As this stage in the process begins and repeats, so does the most sought after thing called generational wealth. Residual income is accomplished, and you're going to hit a position to where you got X amount of money coming to you every single month, whether you work or not. And as you continue to duplicate those efforts, the only thing that can happen to your income from there, as you practice these actions daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, is it's going to multiply. Now, folks, over the last 10 years, I had the honor, actually, I think it's 12 years, I've had the honor to work with my personal mentor, Eddie Freeman. Here's a picture of him right here playing with some Benjamins. His track record is helping over 30 people, actually 32 people, earn over $1 million in our industry, and thousands of people earn part-time, full-time income on part-time efforts. For more than 7 years, I've been a student of my mentor, Max Steingart, who's the godfather of social media. Now, Max, he's helped over 70 people learn how to enjoy a 7-figure income utilizing social media to build a network marketing business. Practicing what Max has taught allowed me to build a team at one time over 700 people in more than 8 countries all around the world without ever leaving my home in Troy, Montana. What we have with common sense is 100 times better than that, way more affordable, with a simple, much easier system, much easier to accomplish with. My next mentor was a real treat to have my picture taken with, John C. Maxwell. It's been a blessing in life to learn from masters who have achieved what I always wanted to do and learn how to have the skills to serve you the best way possible. 27 years of earning on commissions has taught lessons that are priceless to share with you. Now it's your turn to shine. And as you put into motion what you've learned here, dreams becoming reality will manifest for you, and many that you connect with along the way. So I'd like to say congratulations for taking the time to see a path that works. May you be blessed past your thoughts. Remember, folks, it's not the height of your logic, but the deepness of your conviction that draws people to wish to join you. They see you know where you're going and you're excited to practice your process, and you're not pooping your pants all the way through the process in fear. That conviction comes from a process of actions completed on a repetitive basis. One knows that they can count on like clockwork over and over again. Now you've seen the process to begin your journey with. We're going to stop our screen share one more time and go to one more screen share before we finish up, because I'm going to show you some tools that you have to work with common sense if you're in a rural area like me in Montana. When I use my Go Recruit phone app, Sometimes the signal don't go. It leaves my phone, but it hits something between the cell towers and it didn't get to the prospect's phone. So what do you do when you're trying to get them to see a presentation? You can rely on a blog post. So I'm going to show you a blog post that we have as a tool that I built for us all to use at any point in time. So let me share my screen to show you what that is. We're going to go to this screen right here. I'm going to type in the URL, common, whoops, that's M, common sense project dot info. This is a link that I made for you guys to use as a tool. I'm going to show you what comes up on that link right now. It takes a second to load because we're in rural Montana. This is my personal blog at projecthealthywealth.com. What you're looking at is amazing coffee facts of 2020. When you look at the right side of my screen where it says amazing coffee facts, that's the blog we're looking at right now. How did we get there? We went to commonsenseproject.info. As you scroll down, you'll see PHW, Common Sense Results Overview. This is the business presentation that you see me do on Thursday nights. Underneath that is product testimonials video. Underneath that is our before and after pictures and proof of earning. After that, it says right here, you're seeing this blog post, someone thinks that you have what it takes to do well. You can choose to become a customer and enjoy the products. As a customer, there are around 10 products that make a difference, less than $75 a month. To join the business, a $199 pack with a few of the products we offer, just a coffee pack that costs $199. The best pack for earning is our $499 pack. Get a month's supply of every product that we have and a free phone app to help your business expand. Your next step for success is to meet your success team member on a three-way call to discover what fits your needs best for you. Okay? So, and if you want to click on this bottom red where it says click here, that's how you get to my personal email list to subscribe to that. But this is a tool that anybody can use. Now, when you look at recent posts, if you want Joe Melling's business presentation, your phone app isn't working, you click on Founders Version, and that blog post is going to come up. See the difference in picture here? A Founders Version. And now we have Joe Melling's business opportunity right here. Underneath it, product testimonials, just like in the other one. Everything's exact same. Now, what if you want them to see the overview that you saw tonight? How are they going to do that? Amazing coffee facts of 2020, right there. You can click on that. It takes them back to that. Training. They just got started, and you want them to see the training that I just shared with you without the overview. This little part that says what you need to know about home earning in 2021, when you click on that, it's going to show you this blog, picture of John Maxwell and myself. The PHW stands for Project Healthy Wealth Cycle to Seven-Figure Training. The video with the training I just now did with you all by itself is right there. And then, of course, they can always subscribe to the newsletters that I send out every week with the links to our Thursday night webinar. And for the first couple of months of 2021, I'm doing Zoom webinars Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night of every single week, probably through February as we go through this first work quarter, almost up to March. So far, that's what we've been doing. So we're here to help. We're here to make a difference. So now you can see how we put this tool together that could help you. You can match a person's personality up to the presentation that you think's going to fit them the most. Make a three-way call with the success coach when you're done with that, and you're off and running. Folks, I hope this has been helpful to you. I want to stop my screen share here, and I want to congratulate you for taking some time to see a major way to make a difference. I want you to recognize where we're at in 2021. Realize that because of where technology is today and the need for people to have a legitimate way to earn from home, when they see what they practice, they're going to embrace it. Why? Because everywhere else, the leaders are hiding behind computer links, will not communicate with people. When you need customer service and they call customer service, they get somebody that hardly speaks English or don't speak English. And it's very frustrating. With common sense, we don't have to deal with none of that. We have each other, and we have a top of the line customer service person that's excellent helping people get exactly what they need. And when you see that we're all here to work together for a common goal, this is what you call our mastermind group. What you see here tonight is the beautiful beginning of something that's going to be so huge that 5 years from now, people are going to be looking at us, telling us how lucky we are, when luck had nothing to do with it. I hope you recognize everything I shared with you tonight. Normally, our Thursday night webinars are only going to be a half an hour long because I'm not going to go into that big, long training that I went into tonight. But this is the kickoff. The election's over with, and all we have before us is a whole year to make a difference by helping people solve the problems that they face. If they want to feel better, we got the solution. If they want to make more money, we got the solution. If they want both, we got the solution. So I want to say God bless you and congratulations for taking some time to see some truth that can set you free. I see you raise your hand, Jan, but I need to apologize because I don't know how to answer what it says. It's not showing me what you said. Raise your hand. You guys have an awesome night. And let's dive into Eddie's training call Saturday morning. We don't want to miss what he's got to teach us each and every Saturday. Let's look forward to our Sunday night training with Patty Saperano. And don't forget Monday's webinar with Joe Melling on the weekly kickoff call. You guys have an awesome day. It's a blessing and an honor to be part of Success in Motion with such awesome people. I love y'all with all of my heart, and it's going to be fun to create success that most people pray for. You have an awesome night. Remember, God never made any mistakes. He made you.